BTN News. Get the whole story.
Welcome to the Trading Bell. We have pitched camp at Britam Holdings to come and speak with Tom Gitogo, the group CEO, right here at Britam, and he's going to break down how 2022 did for them. They just released their impressive results, 2.95 billion profit before tax. So I'm here to have a conversation with him, but right after his profile. Tom Gitogo is the CEO of Britam Holdings PLC, a diversified financial services group present in 7 African countries. He's an accomplished financial services professional with over 30 years experience in various roles in the financial services industry in Africa and Europe. He is skilled in general management, commercial and business strategy, sales and financial operations, and talent management. Before joining Britam, Tom was responsible for CIC Insurance Group operations in 4 African countries, overseeing the growth and profitable performance of the listed financial services company. He also served as the CEO of Pan Africa Life for 7 years, significantly growing the group's premium income, investment income, and profitability, which led to him being recognized as the CEO of the Year by the Kenya Institute of Management. Tom holds a Master's of Business Administration in Strategic Management from Moi University and a Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering from University of Nairobi. He is a Fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants in England and Wales, a Fellow of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Kenya, and a member of the Institute of Certified Public Secretaries of Kenya, and a member of the Institute of Directors of Kenya. Tom Gitogo, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Impressive results, 2.95 billion shillings profit before tax. That's quite amazing. What are your quick sentiments on it, and what drove, or what parameters drove to this?
So first of all, we are quite happy with the results.
Yeah.
They show and indicate that our strategy is working.
Yeah.
The results came from a top-line growth, a steady top-line growth, efficiencies, operational efficiencies, and cost management, as well as a growing contribution to our business in the region.
Okay. One would probably ask, are you set to maintain a sustainable momentum going forward, looking ahead of some of the headways that you talked about that you're still facing? I believe even this year, they're not gone.
Yes, some of the headwinds that we faced in 2022 have certainly crossed over. Cost of living is a significant one in the insurance space, exchange rates, and interest rates as well. Our strategy is working. It has another... Obviously, we look at our strategy regularly, but we are midstream our 5-year strategy. We like the results we have derived from it over the last 2 years, and there is no reason why our strategy will not deliver this year, despite the headwinds.
Okay. What are some of your most significant drivers of this particular growth, and how do you plan to continue on in these particular segments that you mentioned?
So if I break it down, it's our life business did quite well.
Okay.
The financial advisors we have are among the best in the industry. That means that we will continue on a sustainable growth path. Our products and services are definitely working in the market. They are serving a need that the market has. So we again expect growth from the demand of our products. We are looking at technology and innovation. What that has done is it has improved our operations as well as our cost structure.
All right.
So through innovation, we are able to serve more customers affordably, i.e. our distribution costs are lower. So you will see from the results that our cost numbers, our expenses as a ratio to our top line have improved.
Okay.
We expect this improvement to continue in 2023. Obviously, there's a limit as to how much cost efficient you can become, but we expect some more efficiencies to come through this year.
Okay.
The other thing we are doing is looking at our investment income. We are not yet there, but we have significantly reduced volatility, because volatility was impacting our results negatively previously. So part of the reasons we've done well this year is we've reduced volatility. We have looked at our investment portfolio and have balanced carefully, being conservative and prudent vis-a-vis return for our investment. So that journey will continue, and you will see that we will increasingly hold most of our investments to maturity, because that matches our risk profile better, our insurance profile.
Anyway, credit, as you said, to your financial advisors and all. And just narrowing down to what you've said about life insurance, is this a paradigm shift? Are Kenyans beginning to appreciate these products from your view?
Not as much as we would like, but certainly not where we have come from. There is significant improvement. Part of that improvement is coming through working with partners. There are people who are better at some market segments than we are. Some organizations are better. Insurtechs, for example, have the ability to reach to new, younger markets that we have traditionally struggled with. The young people in our region, not just in Kenya, are more technologically savvy. They want choice in terms of the products that they subscribe to. Previously, we used to sort of have products and then say to the market, here, this is our product. You know, it will serve you well. Please take it. We're increasingly seeing that the younger people want to be involved in putting together the product. So you can't do that without innovation and technology. That's partly how we are growing our top line, by bringing in new markets.
Interesting insights there. Let's talk about your headwinds as a company. So what are some of your headwinds on Britam's business operations and financial results?
So let me start with cost of living. Insurance in some quarters is not seen as an absolute necessity. So if families are struggling with their wallet in terms of disposable income, understandably, one of the areas that will struggle or receive second-hand attention is insurance. So as long as there is the cost of living is going up, the window is closing in on insurance and other financial services.
You must have experienced this, especially during COVID season, right?
Yes, there was a lot of that, and the world is still recovering from the COVID effects. So just when we thought we were recovering, some country thought to invade another, and obviously the subsequent logistical challenges, delays, and so on have impacted the whole world. So we've seen that impacting negatively on our business through, of course, the impact on exchange rates, the impact on interest rates, because remember, some of our products are long-term, and any movement on the yield curve significantly impacts the valuation of our balance sheet.
Okay. Let's talk about your investment income, which increased significantly year over year, which is commendable. So what are some of your primary drivers of this particular growth, and how do you manage risk associated with investing?
So there was a conscious and deliberate action we took, which is to favor fixed income securities as opposed to for example, equities and so on. Even where we invested in government securities, we are deliberately holding most of those to maturity as opposed to trading in them. There was a time not too long ago when trading in government bonds made a lot of sense, when the future or the yield curve medium to longer term was more predictable. You now know that that is not the case. So the deliberate move towards fixed income has helped obviously increase our earnings from interest income and so on. And it has also reduced, not completely eliminated, but significantly reduced fair value adjustment or the volatility that comes with marking our investments to market.
We're talking to Tom Gitogo, Group CEO, Britam Holdings, talking about how the year 2022 full year results did. We take a break, we'll be right back.
KTN News. Get the whole story. Club Kiboko Festival is here. The Standard Group Fraternity is inviting you to the Bonding and Fun event on 29th of April 2023 at the Ulinzi Sports Complex, Langata. You don't want to miss the fun-filled environment where up to 3,000 kids will consume various products and be engaged in edutainment, outdoor activities, concerts and outdoor gaming experience. Be a part of the Club Kiboko Festival and get value on brand experiential and engagement spaces, gaming stations, an expo area and mentions. Get your tickets today on Ticket Hub at 500 shillings for kids and 300 shillings for adults. To book your space or get more details, call 0727 201 922 or email hgikandi@standardmedia.co.ke. Club Kiboko Festival. Miss it, miss out. We value your feedback and welcome any comments, queries or complaints regarding our news content. You can get in touch with us on SMS 22155, call 0719 012 450 or email feedback@standardmedia.co.ke, or you can send us a letter on Post Office Box 30080-00100 or deliver it to our offices at Standard Group Center, Mombasa Road, Nairobi. KTN News. Get the whole story.
Welcome back. We are speaking with Tom Gitogo, the Group CEO, Britam Holdings, just analyzing how their 2022 results did, which were quite impressive, and it's quite bullish on matters on how they're doing and what they're looking ahead at. Now, let's talk about Matters digital strategy. I think you've alluded to it a little, and I'm curious to know how this, impacted the success over that past year, and how do you plan to continue innovating in this particular area?
One of the things we have appreciated as Britam is that our organization may not necessarily have the DNA to come up with apps, to come up with the technology that reaches the youngsters wherever they are, or to emerging consumers, people who are not yet fully in the insurance space or working space, but still need insurance. So what we have done is we have asked ourselves, who are good at this? Some of the obvious answers is insurtechs. Insurtechs don't have the burden of heavy back office, infrastructure, red tape and so on. So they are able to respond quickly to the changing needs of customers. So by partnering with them, we are able to quickly respond to consumer needs that would otherwise have taken us longer or costed us more to do. So we are very strong on partnerships. One of the things we have said we will do, we have actually started an internal lab, investment hub. We are calling it the Beta Hub, where we are inviting startups, people with ideas but not necessarily the capital. We are providing the capital, some sort of safe place, sandbox for them to try out new ideas, and those that we see promising, we are more than happy to invest in. This is the only way we will future-proof our business going forward. Improve on sustainability, because a lot of these are entrepreneurs, and as Britam, we want to play our role in promoting entrepreneurship.
Absolutely. With the good results, what message do you have, or what is in store for your shareholders and stakeholders?
That's an interesting question, because it's double-edged. When you have good results, the natural thing to expect is that there will be dividends. In our case, we have a roadmap, some investments we want to make, both in the region as well as internally. We think we can be more efficient. Remember, part of our results have been come off the back of efficiencies. So taking into account some of the investments we want to make, this year will not be appropriate to pay dividend. What this does is it lays the foundation for a future where we will be paying dividend pretty much on an annual basis. So it's investment to enable us grow and therefore pay dividends and improve our return to our, not just our shareholders but also our investors, because some of our business lines are investment lines, like in our asset management business. So no dividends this year, but for a good reason. As we go forward, there will be dividends once we have made the right investments, investments in the various infrastructures in our businesses here, but also in the region.
All right, from what you're saying, it seems you have already sharpened your axe to continue on taking up this market. And so I'm curious, looking around the entire ecosystem of the insurance industry, which as well touches on matters finance, what would you consider as Britam as your competitive advantage?
So the obvious one is our super duper financial advisors.
Super duper financial advisors, I like that.
Yes, they are a cut above the average ones. We have invested over time in our financial advisors. To be honest, they are our main interaction with our customers, especially in the retail space. So that's one advantage we have. The second one is we've invested in our brand over time, something that we are proud of, something that we will continue doing. So if you take into account the fact that we are deliberate about listening to our customers, responding to their needs, which change over time, and obviously realizing that the services we provide and what we do are not for us, it's for our customers. So if we come up with a product that we think is wonderful, we like testing it out in the market. Because that's why we exist. That's why we exist.
Wow. Lovely. I mean, and as we come to the end of this conversation, I'm keen to see what you have in the future, because you're sitting at this particular seat and I can see the flags of all those particular regions that you're covering. I can see you have quite a number. Those are 6, 7. Wow, that's quite a number. So what is it? What are you looking into the future when you look at your business and opportunities, challenges that you may anticipate?
So let me start with our business here in Kenya. Our life business is the biggest. We are the leading in terms of market share. So we want to continue growing. If you look at our general business here, we believe that there is considerable headroom in medical business, for example. So we want to continue growing in the medical insurance space, particularly given that this is a product that, looking into the future, will still be necessary. So we want to be relevant, do it efficiently, and use technology to reduce any fraudulent claims that there might be that may challenge our projection into the future. If I look into the region, in most of the countries, we only do general insurance. So we are looking at doing fund management where that makes sense. We are also looking to do life business in some of these countries that we now consider are ripe for life business. So what do I see into the future? Continued growth here. That growth will come from partnerships and innovation. We've seen the impact that the climate change has in our lives today.
Absolutely.
We have a business in Mozambique, as you probably know, and in Malawi. And only about 2 weeks ago, a week and a bit ago, there were floods, significant floods. Cyclone Freddy. So what that says to us is we have a role to play, not just in the aftermath of such climatic adverse climatic changes, but making or deliberately going into the space of looking at products that help cushion the adverse effects of, say, famine, flooding, so that our emerging customers in that space can count on us to be there for them when these things happen. Now, part of, obviously, ESG is sustainability. We are big on conservation of energy, conservation of water, because these are the right things to look at. Otherwise, they are quite, they become quite, our planet will not be sustainable if we do not deliberately address some of these issues. So sustainability will be a big part of our strategy.
And I love that you've mentioned about that. I was about to ask you whether there's any sustainable CSR activity that you're doing, and I'm happy to hear a bit of that progress that you're making.
We have a foundation that hasn't been very active, but it's one of the ones we have revived this year. Through that foundation, we actually want to make more investment in sustainability, climate change as a big insurance and as a market leader in insurance. What can we do about flooding? What can we do about our livestock farmers, our crop insurance? These are areas we are working with like-minded partners who are experts in climatic matters, weather matters, so that we can predict and be ready for our customers when these things happen.
All right. Maybe as a parting shot, your industry, some people shudder to think about it. It's viewed of as risky. And I think, I'm sure you're aware, you've seen sometimes you've reported in the news where some insurance companies have ran on their feet after things went south in a way. Do you think you have, I don't know, what are your thoughts about that? How risky is your business? When you do a risk assessment, are you worried?
Now, being alive is a risky business. There is no way you can avoid risk. And what our industry is about is mitigating these risks for individuals, for families, and for business. What we are saying is, as you do your normal business, let us worry about the risks that you encounter. However, for us to help you, we need to talk together so that we understand some of the risks that you are exposing yourself to, and so that we can come up with the appropriate products for that. We live in risky times where, risk in one corner of the globe, or an event in one corner of the globe just takes a matter of hours, or if not minutes, to get to here. Previously, we would have thought that Ukraine is very far from Kenya, but everyone now can feel the impact of some of these geopolitical activities. It's also, probably appropriate to mention that the world is becoming a village, more so. It's always been, but it's more so now. So the investment decisions that we make for our long-term liabilities and long-term portfolios can make the difference between being profitable and not being profitable. These are areas we've invested in, and so instead of being worried, as you indicated, we are actually quite bullish about the future. Risk is not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, to us, it's an important element.
That's a good place on that point to end the conversation. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
There you have it. That's Group Holdings CEO Tom Gitogo talking quite optimistic and bullish about the industry, and looking forward to at least scale some heights in this particular organization. And he has broken it off for you. What do you have to do? Make sure you take up some of their products. I think they are quite amazing, and he has spoken it all, why they have the competitive edge. Thank you so much for your time. I leave you now with the markets.